have been well documented this year. The Fed took a more hawkish policy stance to control surging US inflation. There have been safe haven bids on and off throughout the year, boosting the US dollar as well. However, last week saw a big rise in US dollar short positions via the CFTC report as asset managers eye a peak in the US dollar after the latest US CPI inflation data suggested peak inflation may be past. So, with weak global growth, signs of US inflation falling, and the Fed statements surrounding allowing for monetary policy lag all mean that a slower rate of US rate hikes may very well be ahead. The Fed may even soon pause. So this gives a good chance for US dollar bulls to take profit and should weaken the US dollar as US rate expectations drop. In fact, you can see this dollar weakness just breaking down through this long-term trend line that we've had this year on the weekly chart. Now, one key print to watch is the Fed's preferred measure of inflation, the PCE print, on December the 1st. Big miss there, and this will increase expectations even further of a more dovish Fed when they meet in mid-December. Now, do note that SeasonX allows you to look at some very, very key seasonal patterns. And if we just take a look here at this key dollar index seasonal pattern, we can see that the dollar index tends to weakness in the second half of December. It really is quite pronounced, and the closer you get to the end of the year, the more noteworthy that seasonal dollar weakness is. So if we do get a miss in the PCE print on December the 1st, that will increase expectations of a more dovish Fed on when they meet mid-December, December the 14th, I think. So would that be a great time to sell the dollar and potentially buy the euro-US dollar pair? Major trade risks. The major risk here, of course, is that US inflation keeps gaining higher, which will likely keep the US dollar bought. There are also significant geopolitical risks throughout the world, not least including the Russian-Ukraine crisis, and a big flare-up there, of course, could result in unseasonal dollar strength. There are other risks as well. Remember, don't just trade it, but season exit.